Hey guys, I'm not sure if this is the correct mode, so I would really appreciate if one of you guys watching can just tell me if you're seeing me in landscape mode or in portrait mode and if I need to rotate the phone. So I'm not quite sure how it's looking right now. But anyway, I thought it would be fun to do a Facebook, or not a Facebook Live, sorry, a YouTube Live to show you guys a little bit about where we are, what our plans are for the next little while and the last few days where we've been and what we've been up to. So here we go. Am I in landscape mode or am I in portrait mode like this? Can you let me know? Wait, I'm gonna put it back to landscape mode. It says the orientation is locked. Rotate device back. I need to do it this way? Is that better? Okay. All right, well here we go. We'll talk this way then. Okay, so for those of you guys who are maybe new to the channel, I'm Chantal. We're Growing Up Without Borders. And me, my husband, and our 3 girls. Now it's okay. Oh, thanks so much. So me, my husband, my 3 girls, we travel around the world and we discover and find these amazing places. And right now we are in Nicaragua. And Nicaragua deserves its own video, a live video, because a lot of people are very worried and concerned to come to Nicaragua. They have many political problems going on right now, and so a lot of people have fear when it comes to traveling to Nicaragua. And so I was going to show you guys a little bit what it's like and tell you what our perspective is and what we think about this place. Sorry, one sec. There we go. And so we were planning to come through Central America already back a few months ago, and of course you start looking at different places, you start looking at the news and just to get a feel for where you're going and everything like that. And so when we were looking up Nicaragua, I started getting anxiety. I was like, this is scary. We are not going. So I don't know if any of you have looked what's happening or have seen what's in the news, but there was all these like travel advisories to not go. A lot of the embassies were like telling their people get out of there and stuff like that. And so I was really, really worried. And I was like thinking and telling my husband, like, this is really not a good idea. It was literally keeping me up at night. Where's my family? Oh, girls, they're gonna wanna see you guys. You're gonna have to come out. We're staying in the most beautiful place here. And I'll show you really fast too what it looks like. So anyway, so I was getting really worried, and then I started calling some of the different hotels and some of the places that are in the area to ask them what they thought. And people are like, yeah, it is. It's, you know, we've had a lot of issues, but it's okay now. You know, don't worry about it. You know, it's still okay to come. Just maybe if you're going to the capital city, which is Managua, maybe don't go out at night, or, you know, kind of play it low key and stuff like that. So anyhow, so in our mind, we thought, well, we'll just go from Costa Rica and just like zip right through the country and maybe stop a couple nights. That was our plan, because we were like, we don't really want to stay in a country that has all these issues and stuff like that. So lo and behold, we go to one of their cities, which is called Granada, and it's one of the oldest colonial cities here in Central America. And it was beautiful. A lot of the businesses, unfortunately, were closed down, and it was just no tourists around, and it was quite sad, because you could really tell that they need tourists to keep going. Like, a lot of businesses rely on tourism, right? And so then everybody was talking about this one surf area. I'm gonna go where it's less windy here. And it's called San Juan del Sur, right? So we were like, well, let's go check out San Juan. So we did, and San Juan del Sur is like a vacuum cleaner. That's how I describe it, because it sucks you in like a little piece of dirt. You just like, you come and you don't ever want to leave. And we've never had that experience in, well, we've had it maybe in a couple countries, but it's been very rare. And this is one of them. And I have met so many expats from all around the world who have made this place home, which is really nice. And here's why. I mean, it's just beautiful, but it's super safe. The people are really nice. There's beaches all around where people go surfing, and it's amazing. So look at the view, first of all. Let's see how I can turn it there for you guys. So it's very green, very luscious. The weather all year round is beautiful. And then you've got this beautiful ocean in a distance. Isn't that just amazing? And then there's actually a Christ statue that I will show you around over here. I don't know if you can see that in a distance, but that is a Christ statue. You can walk all the way up and see this most amazing view. So it's really, really, really pretty. And you want to see the girls? Angelique, do you want to come say hi? Girls, you gonna come say hi? Oh, they said in a minute, so they are gonna come. Here's Angelique. Angelique had a little bit of a surfing accident, and she got stitches on her eye, but it's looking much better. It's already healed. It's been a couple of weeks. So we arrived at this place thinking we're gonna come for what, 3 nights, right, Angelique? And how many days have we been here? About
4 weeks now.
4 weeks, I think. We've been here for 4 weeks, so it's really nice. We're gonna spend Christmas here. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's gonna be our very first year without a Christmas tree, which is a bit sad. The girls feel like they're a bit chinsed out of Christmas, a little bit. When we travel very light, so we literally have one little suitcase, one backpack each. So there's not much space for toys or, games and stuff like that. So we're gonna have to wait till we get back to do real Christmas, right?
Mm-hmm.
What do you think of that? It's okay.
Yeah.
Have you met a lot of friends here?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been awesome. So we wanted to connect. Let me see if the girls are coming. Are you girls coming? I'm throwing them off because they didn't realize that I was going to do a Facebook Live and ask them to come into, or not Facebook Live, YouTube Live, and ask them to come into the video. So our day, if you guys are wondering, a lot of people asked us what the day is like for us and what is a typical day. Well, what's interesting is when you're moving around a lot and you're traveling from place to place, you never have a day that's really the same, right? It changes all the time. So you might have a day where you wake up and you go sightseeing, and then the next day you need to go, you're moving around, so you're finding the next place to go to or whatever. But when we have a bit of a routine, if you will, in and amongst our moving around, our day looks very similar to what your day probably looks like. We get up, we have breakfast, the girls do homeschool, we have a really good online curriculum, so they log on to their computer, and in their computer it has their days all scheduled out, and so they follow that. This year, however, I removed history and geography because they're learning so much history and geography everywhere we go, way more than the textbooks could ever teach them. So I just totally removed that. They do a lot of journaling and language, of course, because depending on where we are, they're learning the language when they hang out and meet some of the locals and stuff like that. So it's really quite nice. And that we try to get done in the morning. Hello, you're watching from India. That is awesome. How do we afford to do all this? Okay, so let me explain. So back in 2001, when I met my husband, we started an online business. He was already in the internet world, if you will. And so we started doing online marketing for companies. We build and develop websites, and so we work from home. So as long as we have a really good internet connection, we can move around and go from place to place and connect and do our work. So that works out pretty much for the most part. We did have a lot of challenges when we went through some of the African countries because the internet and the power would be out, but we managed nonetheless. From Lithuania, that's awesome. I loved visiting Vilnius, and I will say right now on live video, it is a large city, not a small city. I got in big trouble for saying it's a small city. So, okay, here comes my muffin girls. I still call them my muffin girls. There's Julia.
Hi.
There we go. Come to India. Oh my gosh, we have such funny stories about India because we have friends who have been to India and they've told us about the stories and what they went through. So when we come to India, we are gonna come extremely prepared, right girls?
Yeah.
We're gonna have it pretty much super organized because when we travel, we're very dysfunctional and very disorganized and not much is actually planned. So when we come, we're gonna come super organized. We're going to do probably a tour and have it all planned out. But we are very excited to come see your country. Anytime come. Yes, that sounds like a plan. Hello from the Netherlands. Oh, what do we have to say about the Netherlands? What's your favorite thing to do there?
Doing well.
Doing well. The campsite. Hi from Israel. Israel, we have to come and see you as well. We are very, very excited. That's a country we have not been to. And you can get such great flights, literally from anywhere there in Europe to Israel. So we will come and see you. We have many friends who have lived there or who have traveled there, and they tell us nothing but good stuff about it. So apparently it's really fun nightlife too. So that might be a fun thing for Tyler and I to go out and check out. What's your job? Well, what's interesting is our job is online marketing, and we started doing YouTube now, right? Of course, as you see. And so that has taken and requires a lot of work, believe it or not. So I would say we're full-time into this and full-time into our other jobs as well. So I missed who just said hello, but hello, whoever that was. I'll check after. The unofficial bucket list family. Cool. Hi, guys. Where are you? Where in the world are you? It's fun. So here's what's interesting. When you travel to certain countries that are, I would say like you're in California, cool. When you travel to countries that are a little less, how would you say it, like the road less traveled, you meet the coolest people. And so the families that we have been meeting here, first of all, we found all these cool, let me just see what you guys are saying because it disappears. But the next we are in New Zealand. New Zealand! Someone said New Zealand. Was that the unofficial bucket list?
The next week.
Okay, when we arrived here in San Juan, we met a family from New Zealand, and they were just like us. They had kids the same age, like Julia and Angelique, and it was unbelievable. So we called them our Kiwi friends, and we were staying in the same spot. And they were like, let's go to the beach together. So we went to the beach, and then they're like, I think I'm gonna extend our stay. And they kept extending their stays, and we kept extending our stays. And it was like one day after the other after the other. And I was like, okay, you guys are a really bad influence because we just kept extending our stay, and we're still here. They just left. And they were the most amazing, the coolest people ever. What you hear often in New Zealand, or at least they would say, they'd be like, oh, sweet as. So we started saying like, sweet as, or like, nice as. And it's really funny. So, but we had a lot of fun, didn't we, girls?
Yeah.
What did we do with them all the time?
Beach. Everything.
Beach,
Dinners,
beach, dinner,
lunch,
beach,
yeah.
surf, beach.
A lot of beaches.
Yeah. Okay, are we going to Romania? We went to Romania. We loved it there. We had such a fun time. We went to Dracula's castle. This was before we were vlogging, so we didn't have videos on Romania. We actually stayed at a horse ranch.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, we had so much fun.
And it was beautiful. Like it was like an American guy, so like every door was like a different state, and it was like everything was like from like America, Western.
Yeah, the
Beautiful.
guy brought everything in. Hi, Roger. So it was fun. I mean, we would love to go back to Romania again and see them because that was so much fun. Do you guys want to know a funny story about Romania? Do you guys remember what happened? Do you know?
Oh yeah.
House.
What
So,
happened?
We were was it an Airbnb or just booked?
It was like a lodge. We
Yeah.
were arriving at our lodge to check in. This
And
was
my
like
dad's
because
like-
we went to Romania
Yeah.
twice, and so this was the first time.
And my dad's like, oh yeah, this is the place. So we get all our luggage and we walk in and he's like, oh, it's unlocked. Okay. And then we all go in and all of a sudden we're like, why are all these shoes here? And why are all these people? And all of a sudden it's like,
There's
oh.
this lady who came out from up top, like, because I was like, where's the check-in?
Yeah.
This lady comes from out top, and she's like, with her baby in her arms, and she was like, hello, may I help you? We're like, oh, and it was, midnight, too, so we walked into
Yeah.
some stranger's house at midnight, thinking that it was where we were going to stay for the night. I nearly peed myself laughing. I couldn't move at this point. I was laughing my head off. I'm like, I can't believe we just did that. And the lady's like, don't worry, it's just down the road. Google Maps must have been wrong or whatever. So anyway, it was a really funny story. Oh, here comes Miss Chloe. She's going to come join in on the fun. Hey, Chloe.
Hi.
So someone said, where are we from? We are born and raised as Canadians. My dad was born in Switzerland, therefore we have dual citizenship, and that is our home when we are home. And then someone just messaged saying if we're coming to Turkey. So we visited Turkey again a while back. I wish we were vlogging back then because we could have shown you the most beautiful places. Turkey for us was one of the toppest. It was like we were in Antalya and we drove all along the coastline, and it was beautiful. The food was amazing.
Yeah.
The people were friendly. It was just really nice. Yeah, we're from Canada. So do you like it here, Chloe, in San Juan?
Yeah.
Yeah? Have you met, wait, okay, hold on. We have been traveling for how many years now? Like 5, right? And we've been to, of course you guys know this, many, many, many countries. Like 94, I think it is. We never meet Canadians. It is rare for us to meet other Canadians traveling. Here in San Juan del Sur, I have never met so many Canadians in my life. Like, how many Canadian families have we met? I don't even know.
A ton.
A ton. This is
Yeah.
where they're all hiding out. So I guess it kind of makes sense because it's a direct, straight flight down to Costa Rica and Liberia. They have direct flights from Canada. And It's just amazing. Yeah, 5 years of traveling so far. So we're gonna make a New Year's Eve or a New Year's video. What about Dubai? Did someone say about Dubai? Are we gonna visit Dubai? We will. How's your studying, girls? How's it going?
Good. It's good. Yeah, when you have good internet, it's good.
What do we do as a workaround when we don't have good internet?
We sometimes we'll download our work and then we've got like French books with math and everything in them. And yeah.
So this year because last year when we were in different African countries, we learned the hard way that we were like, this is not working.
Yeah, so we're gonna start like downloading them as PDFs and then.
Yeah, and then we bought big, thick books from France actually because it had the whole school curriculum in a nutshell, and so it's kind of like their supplement, and then that way they're learning. You know, even though they're learning math and English, they're getting it also in French because then they're learning what it is in French.
And then, of course, we do other things like go to coffee plantations and learn about all the coffee or surf and all that. So
surfing's good school, isn't it?
yeah.
You learn, you know, the waves and you learn how the motions work, and right?
Yeah.
Isn't that science? You learn about stingrays and how to not step on a stingray. I'm just joking. You learn about jellyfish, right, Chloe? What happened to you?
I got stung
Yeah.
by one.
Where?
My face.
On her face. That was so sad. But we're troopers, right?
Yeah.
So if you guys have any other questions before we head off, let us know. This is something I want to start doing, possibly on a weekly. If we have good internet, I'll start connecting and just that way having fun with whoever's online at the same time. I'm not sure if Saturday mornings are good. For me, Saturday mornings are the only morning of the week where I don't feel pressure. We just kind of relax, and it's just relax. Other mornings, you know, there's always stuff to do and emails to check and everything like that. So our videos from Spain really help them plan their trip. That's great. We feel like we really know Spain. We know many of the cities, right? We've been to them many times, and we love it.
Yeah.
We love Spain. We love the olives. The kids have learned to love the olives. So.
Not me.
No, oh, not you, not Angelique, but the rest of us, yes. So there you go. So you guys have a super weekend, and really nice connecting with everyone that was online here, and we will see you next time. Make sure you guys subscribe, notify your friends, or notify your whatever. Click the notification bell, notify your friends if you want, whatever. And we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
All right. Here.